All right, great. All right, guys. Today and tomorrow we are going to do something quite interesting. That's multi-node setup. Let me tell you what exactly we are going to do. So first we'll buy 2 machines on Amazon. So we'll buy 2 machines on Amazon. We'll make sure that each machine works individually. So basically we'll install Hadoop on both of them. Is this approach clear? Awesome. So guys, when we buy two machines on Amazon, we are talking about buying two EC2 instances. That is like two Linux boxes. So let's say we'll buy these two machines in East Zone, and we'll buy it in a Virginia data center. If you see, by default it was Sao Paulo, but Sao Paulo is really expensive. So let's go for US East Zone. So we are going to buy two CentOS machines. So you see this, and we say continue. Now, if you see, the version that we want is 6.3 in US East. This thing, we want a large machine because for Hadoop we may need an 8 GB RAM machine. And we have a key value pair. We'll just take that and we'll launch the machine. So machine is getting started. Now if you see here, the machine is getting started. So machine is up. We call this machine as name node. We'll need to download the key value pair. And okay, I will have to check how I download this because I have deleted this from my local box first time. All right, not a problem. Let's do this. Let's create a new key value pair, or I have another key value pair in the west zone. Let's have that. Let's terminate this. So I already have an existing what do you call key value pair in origin. Let's use that one. So we are now buying a machine in west zone of US. We'll buy it in the west zone. Say continue. Alright, so here you see I already have a key value pair named Ravi. 8. And we just say launch by 1. So this key value pair is basically an encrypted key so that you don't need the password every now and then. Alright. So this machine is getting started. So we are launching one more machine like this. Exactly same machine. And we'll have it in the same zone. We'll say continue. Is that? So if you see, we are starting a same machine, which is again 8 gigabytes of, and what you see here is that we are again using the same key value pair. And we are just launching the machine. Now if you see, we purchased 2 machines. Alright. Now the question is, is the process of purchasing machines clear? Yeah, Srinivas, you can have the access to the recording and you will get it probably, Srinivas. Yeah. What about others? I have only got 2 confirmations that the process of machine purchase is clear. What about others? So, no, I'll explain that. So Raghu, for now, both the machines will have all the processes running. Later on, we'll connect them. Okay. So for now, we call this guy as name node, and we'll call this guy as data node. All right. So let's connect to the name node. So we say that we want to connect it through PuTTY. Now in Mac we have terminal directly. All you need to do is take this whole thing and just go to the terminal. So you see right now we are inside that Amazon machine. Let's connect to the other machine now. So we are now logged into machines. So we've done with step number 1 where we purchase the machines. Now step 2, connect the machine, connect to the machines. We are done. Let's take step number 3. Now, to make work on Now I'll explain what I'm trying to say. Now if you come here, you see the hostname is IP 10 dot something something. And here what you see is there's a different IP. Now it's very difficult for us to remember host names on IP. So let's give meaningful name to IP addresses. So what we'll do is we'll say VI host. First we'll just look at the IP address of it. So we say whenever I say name node, just translate to this IP. And we'll say etc all right. Now same we'll do it here and you will see the difference soon. So it will get clear what I'm trying to do. Now for this to get completely reflected and such that we don't have any confusion, we'll just restart these machines. And now you'll spot the difference what happens. Now let's look at the difference. Exactly. Now we don't need to remember IP addresses anymore. We don't have to worry about, stuff like, okay, fine, that how I'm going to connect and I should remember the IP address and all. It's like very clean now. All right. I'm only getting couple of responses for everything. Are you guys following it or only couple of guys are following it? Okay, I've only got 4 responses, 5. All right, good. So I'm sure everybody is following it now. Now these 2 machines are all set. Now it's time to so we'll set up Hadoop individually the way we have done it on a single machine, the way you guys did it on your machine. So just give me a minute, I'll fire up the hands-on exercises. Just give me a minute. Now for us to set up Hadoop individually, so when I say set up Hadoop individually, I'm saying basically run exercise number 2. All right, so the hands-on exercises PDF, I am basically going to run exercise number 2 on both the machines. Now, the idea is when setting up multi-node cluster, it's a good idea that we set up Hadoop on individual machines, then make it work later on, connect them. So it's a clear divide and rule policy. If there is a problem, the node 1 will be easier troubleshoot. All right, now we will run exercise number 2 on both the machines. So if you see, I'm going to show you something interesting here. Are you guys clear with this sentence? In fact, this whole thing. Point number one, that we will individually set up stuff on every machine so that it's very easy for us to troubleshoot first. Second, the virtual machine that I purchased in front of you just now has absolutely nothing, not even Java. So we'll have to start from real ground zero. So let's do that. Now, step 5, setup. Okay, so we are already on step 4, but doing the same thing. So we'll say step 4.1. So we'll first set up a Cloudera repository so that we download Hadoop. Step 4.2, install Java. So now another benefit of doing everything on Amazon is this: you will get to see how to do it from ground zero. You can take this recording tomorrow, buy 2 servers, or in your organization you can start with blank Linux, plain Linux, and you can follow these steps and you will be done. So now just one moment, we'll so the first thing we need to run is set up a Cloudera repository on both the machines so that you can download Hadoop. We are not doing anything so far. We are just setting up a local repository for Cloudera. That's it. Yeah, so don't worry about it. You will get all the links and everything. Yes, Raghu, we will do everything in parallel because we are setting up Hadoop on individual machines. Okay, connectivity will come at the very end. So both the machines will have individually Hadoop running properly. Only then connectivity will start. So everything we do, we'll do it in parallel till the very end, where we will on the master node we'll shut down the slave services, and on the slave node we'll shut down the master services. You will see that. Okay, Sajin, local repository stuff I'll have to explain, but that's more like it's a Linux concept. So guys, whoever is understanding it, great. Otherwise, chill out. It's a Linux concept of repository. I'll explain this. So let's say our CentOS has one repository which is called as, let's say, base example. Okay. Now, when you say I think we have a question, 1 minute. So now we will say does not is extra network and then yes, so I'll explain that, Ravi. I'll explain that. So far what I explained, is it clear? Now just to validate what I said, this is how it looks like. See, it is going to get downloaded from the internet. That's why the operating system has to know where I should directly download. I'll explain that, it will get clear. See this. You see this base, debug info, media, vault, and we've just added Cloudera repository. So now when you say install Hadoop, it will first find in base, then maybe media, vault, debug info it will not find, and then it will go to this URL. Alright, now why do you do this? So when you say yum install Hadoop on Red Hat or CentOS or apt-get on, let's say, Ubuntu or some other this thing, this command will automatically scan the repositories and install stuff for you. Yes, Raghu, you can very much do stuff that you put it on local machine and do it. You can even set up a local repository also, so that it acts as if your local machine has a repository. You can do that also. Is this clear? All right. So seems that this class all three today. All right. So yes, yum install will work on. So this command like yum and apt-get is basically you instructing the computer that please install this for me. On Red Hat and CentOS you typically use yum. On Ubuntu and other operating systems you may use apt-get. That's it. All right. So now everything is done. We are all set. Now first we will install, before we go to exercise number 2, we also need Java to be installed. So let's see, let's install Java. So for Java what you need first is you need a small software called wget. Look at this, yum install wget. Yeah, now observe this very clearly, okay? What it says is, when you say that I want wget, it is looking at all the repositories, okay, and it is saying that I found it in the repository called base. Should I install it? I'll say please go ahead and install it. Hey guys, don't worry, I'll forward that email to you. Don't worry, you will have all the URLs. So same, we say yum install yeah, I mean, your this email, all the notes will reach you. Don't worry. I mean, whatever I'm teaching you is your property and you own it. So don't worry about it. Everything that you need will get to you. Don't worry. Now, let's install Java. There are few differences, Ravi. So you know, but the documentation is good. So you can very well go and what can be done is you can check documentation for each operating system and some commands will change. That's it. Now Java is getting installed. Now we are directly downloading Java from the internet and it has a couple of jars missing, but that won't hurt us. So it will tell you here that there are few jars missing, but that's okay, that they are not important for Hadoop installation. Just a minute. So what we do is we install Java saying that RPM senior. So if you see Java is installed right now, there are few jars missing. That's okay. All right. Now go to the hands-on exercises and what you see is yes, the first command that we ran was SSH into AWS. To connect, you'll use a, okay, let's look at this. For you to connect to a machine, you will anyways do SSH. Look at this now. Okay. So when you say connect, you will have to run this command here. I ran this command. So SSH has to be done. Got it? Yeah, I SSH'd on Amazon Web Services machine 1 hour before when we started the class. So now you go to exercise number 2 and we'll do the first command. Now Hadoop is getting installed. So Amazon's network is amazingly fast. If you were to do it at your home, basically in India, it would take around 2 hours to install this. So Ravi says class was from 10, right? Class started at 7:15. I don't know what will be the EST time. So we started at 7:20 actually. We were supposed to start at 7 and we were waiting for everybody time. So on Friday we decided that we'll meet 30 minutes before. So we only started 10 minutes before today. But just 1 minute, just 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. No, everybody was up, Ravi, on 7. On Friday we did discuss that and everybody was up for 7 o'clock class. But we still waited for 20 minutes. So if you at all joined at like 7:30, you lost 10 minutes of time, nothing much. And there was nothing, we just logged into Amazon, did nothing much. Just 1 minute. All right. So now Hadoop is installed. So now you guys, are you guys able to relate to the fact why VM was completely set up for you? Because had we done all this setup, we would have wasted a lot of time. And that's why the virtual machine was packaged for you already. All right. Now let's go to hands-on exercise and we'll do step number So we say sudo So we formatted the name node to initialize it. Now I have a question for you guys. Aruna, spot on. Absolutely right. Raghu and Aruna, fantastic. Yeah. Yes. We just installed Hadoop. In your case, Hadoop was installed. Okay. And because it was installed, when you guys would come, it would restart. Basically, when you restart the virtual machine, it will start all the services. In this case, I have not started any service. So I can skip step number 4. Fantastic. So I can directly go to step number 5. Exactly. I am the root here, but I am the root on this machine, not on HDFS. So whenever I do something on HDFS, I'll have to say sudo -u HDFS. I hope we are all clear with that because we discussed that to a length. No, we will not do this thing because Raghu says, why aren't we starting everything directly by saying Hadoop star? Again, see, Ravi, in this case, you're saying isn't in Ubuntu you need sudo even if you are admin. See here, I am the root user. If you are directly a root, you will never use sudo. See, I am a root here. So any Linux operating system, if you are directly logged in as root, you will not need sudo. All right, so we've started the services here. Now let's see if all has gone well. So what do you see here? When we run the JPS command, you see that name node, data node and secondary name node has started on both the machines. All right, one quick question. I've got 6 confirmations. Okay, let me quickly ask. Chandrasekhar, are you following it? All right. Praveen Reddy. Awesome. Srinivas Haridas and Srinivas Rao, are you guys following it? And I'm sure Tarun is following it, is confirmed. So awesome. Now I will quickly summarize it. Okay, just to answer Raghu's question, Raghu, on this machine root is the sudo. On every Linux machine root is the main user, right? So here also the root is the guy who is the sudo. Got it? So Ravi says, since we have different name node and data node, do we need to do a different on? See, you will eventually, if it's a 50 node cluster also, you will install Hadoop individually on each machine, and later on you will play with the connectivity, because that's the easiest way to do things. All right. Now we will quickly summarize what we've done so far, so that we later on we move from here. Quick summary. We purchased 2 machines. We will see, Ravi, in first step we will start everything everywhere, and later on we'll shut them down. You will get it clear. Yes, yes, Tarun, we'll do that. Don't worry. As soon as we go ahead, we'll do that. All right. So this is it. So far what we've done. Now we've also verified if HDFS is up. We saw all the services running. Now, if you do Hadoop FS LS, there is nothing here. it will say there is no such file or directory. Why? Because the current directory is user root and it has nothing to do with it. So we will now create directories and you will get clear. Don't worry about it. Yeah. All right. So first, let's create as per the exercises we'll cover, we'll create a temp directory. All right. So I have a question from, just a minute. Can somebody answer this for me? No, 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 no. For read write permission, 777 would do. Okay. One is called as a sticky bit. So that means when you say 1777, you say got it? So anyone can read and write, but only owner can delete it. In this case, we say that the owner of temp directory is HDFS. So you as Raghu, Srinivas, anybody can write to that directory, but only HDFS can delete it. Now let's create MapReduce specific directories. I have made a mistake with the spelling, it should be staging. Yes, Raghu. HDFS and MapReduce are user created by Hadoop, and we had discussed this in our session number 3 or 4, and we had a detailed quiz also on that. You remember it? Now we created a unwanted directory. We'll delete that. That is sudo DFS Yes, Tarun, we will require sudo u HDFS because I'm running a command on Hadoop and not on the Linux box. On Hadoop, HDFS is the owner. Alright, so this unwanted directory is done. So we'll do the same thing here. Alright, so all the permissions and stuff is done. Just 1 minute. Alright, so we are all set and it's time for us to start the MapReduce services. Now let's run the JPS command. So what do you see here? You see that name node, data node, job tracker, task tracker, secondary name node, all the 5 nodes are up and running. Sajin, at the beginning of the class I said that we will first set up Hadoop on 2 machines individually. See, the keyword is we are individually setting up Hadoop, and later on we will do the wiring and shutting down services. if I install task tracker only on data node, I'll have tough time debugging. So better idea is set up the whole thing on both machines and at the last minute shut down unwanted services and get going. So is it clear? So all is up. Now it's time for us to run a sample program. All right, a small quiz. JPS is related to Java. It's called as Java process status. It will tell you all the Java processes running on your machine. That's it. It's like a task manager that tells you all Java processes that are running. All right, I have a quick question. Yes, Raghu. So there's no training user, but what will be the command then looking like? Fantastic. Sajin gets it 100% right. Sajin, you get one night stay at your home today night. You can stay for free. So now we've created a directory called training, user root instead of training because I am the root user here. We'll create all right, I ran a wrong command. Bad. So input directory is created. I'll say Hadoop FS. I'll put the XML files first. So all the XML files are there. I will say Hadoop jar So while this program runs, let's do it there also. So this is done. Yeah, we can move files between HDFS to HDFS clusters using. So using this CTP, you can move files between Hadoop clusters. Uday, the thing is that once a folder is created, what do you call? You will have to write a new output folder basically. So that is by design that you cannot overwrite to the same folder, and because basically Hadoop is write once, So when you are overwriting it, you will have to overwrite it by running a command before in your program itself. See, what we typically do is we run our programs using shell script, and before we create output directory, we delete the previous one. Now, in a multi-user environment, every guy works on his space. You will work on user Uday and I will work on user Ravi. So there is no chance of clash at all. Got it? See, in a real world project, we will have our code on SVN and we will have our own local area to basically code, that is user Uday or user Ravi. So there is absolutely no chance of clash. Does that answer your question, Uday? All right. Now if you see, both the machines have Hadoop setup and programs ran. Let's verify the output. Just a minute, just a minute. It should have been output. All right, we got the output. Same thing here. So is this clear? All right. Now, all right. So now what we will do is we will simply go ahead and shut down these two servers. We are just stopping these two servers. Yeah, I am paying 24 cents per hour. So now I am stopping the machines. Tomorrow morning I will start them again for you. So if you see, we ran machines for 2 hours today. So we paid $1. Tomorrow we'll again have it for 2 hours, so we'll pay another $1. So that's like $2. Yeah. Yeah, while it is stored, they do not charge. They will only charge me for the hard disk because you know, the thing is, everything is stored on hard disk. So for hard disk, I will be paying 10 cents per month. Raghu, they will keep it as long as you want. You can always have them full time. I mean, you will have to pay by the hour. That's it. Yeah, so I think Srinivas asked for the recording and everything. Srinivas, Satish will send you the recording and everything, so don't worry about it. You can just get in touch with Satish if you want it right away, and he shall do it for you. All right, guys, we'll catch up tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning we can meet at 7:30 a.m. That's regular time. So, oh yeah, I do. Yeah. So you want my contact number? All right. Yeah. Who? Yeah, I'll forward it. I'll forward it. Sure. Everything will reach you. All right, guys. See you then. Have fun. Take care. Have a good day. Yeah.
The organizer has ended the